Not you. Yes. Alrighty. Oh, you know, fair. Why do you stop me so far away? Yeah.
Make yourselves at home. Speed of light. With sword comes shadow. Don't blink. Hey!
Ow. Excuse me, I'm trying to change character. Can y'all leave me alone?
Hold hands. Power that ended high shot. Cut to the chase.
Set the mechanism as soon as possible. Consider it set up. Next location. It's so far away.
Sharing my knowledge. Speed of light. Nowhere to hide. Hey! Don't blink. With sword comes shadow.
Ow.
Wait, hear me. Make yourselves at home.
Excuse you. Out of my face.
Grill.
Ah, she was too far away. I should have held it.
On me. Incoming. Hey! This may hurt a little. Cut to the
She
chase.
says that she gets absolutely pummeled, though it didn't take any damage, which is nice.
Don't blink.
Do I have to use it? Oh, I have to set it up first. Okay, this challenge is interesting. It has a combination of elements. Not too bad. That was close, in that they give you way too much time to complete it in. Even the Wenut have come to mess up our plan. Well, of course they would. Maybe they have increased intelligence or heightened intelligence and they know that you're seeking to kill them. Therefore, they're coming to, stop your efforts. Although you really need to look into why they're here and why they're rampaging before you just start slaying them. Hey, if we hadn't deactivated the ignition, we could have killed it. Now that the Wenut has escaped, it'll be at least one more day before it lets its guard down again. You're not planning to argue over the tiniest detail and let it go again tomorrow, are you? But what about the parameters? I've tested them all, and although the charging speed is a little lower than the calculated value, it does not affect use, and there are no safety risks. Shreya, I know you want to consider and analyze everything before acting, but things don't always go according to plan. If you keep getting hung over the smallest details, you'll miss the best opportunity to act. Remember, that time our midterm thesis defense got delayed, hesitating won't get us anywhere. Okay, here's your ignition module. Alright, tomorrow we'll finally be able to put the Wenut Slayer cannon into action. I still don't understand why Shreya isn't more concerned about what is stirring up the Wenut locals. It seems like the kind of thing that she would be concerned about as someone who is studying desert biology. I'd like to bring them back to Ari Village and tinker around with them a little more. We've got to make sure we're properly ready for the Wenut Slayer cannon's first ever official appearance. But why is there a deviation in the environmental parameters? What caused the Wenut to suddenly act out? Come on, let's look at that angle. You really can't just let these matters rest. Miss Adventurer, could you please come back tomorrow? By then, we should be facing the Wenut directly, and hopefully we'll have some sort of clue. Just killing it is not going to give you the answer. Another 8 AM, you say? That is not the button I wanted. A much longer wait.
In adventuring, As in business,
you're here.
you always have to seize the opportunity while it's there.
At least her legs are not going to get sunburnt. Paimon, you're blocking my face. I'm a bit close to this guy though. Here, adventurer. We were just about to make the necessary installations. If all goes well, we'll be able to give that monster a good lesson to remember today. During the formal charging process, there may also be monsters who will try to disrupt the process. When that time comes, please keep an eye out for the charging process and durability of the device. Leave it to me. Thank you very much, adventurer. I've got an idea. I've been busy running around helping with the Wenut Slayer cannon. The honor of testing it for the first time should be yours. I have no idea how this thing works. Relax. Its design perfectly follows the principles of user-friendliness, says the person who studies these things. All you have to do is protect the charging device from the monsters and wait for the energy to fill up. Watch for the moment when the Wenut reveals its vulnerable spot. It doesn't have one. Well, it does, but I think it has to come out of the sand for you to find it. And then fire at it with all you've got. The ignition auto-correcting mechanisms will take care of the rest. So it's a homing beacon? Okay. Sounds impressive. Lunara, Paimon also wants to watch. Okay, I'll handle it. Alright, that's a deal. Then, let me tell you how it works. The deviant Wenut will sometimes enter a berserk state, sometimes promising, in which they will keep their distance and launch long-range attacks. It opens up? Did I know that? Maybe it does that in the boss battle and I just never paid attention. It's pretty. And launch long-range attacks. During this time, they cannot be damaged normally. The Wenut Slayer cannon is the only weapon that can defeat the deviant Wenut. However, oops, that's the next line. Use the charging devices to power the cannon up, and only then can it fire. However, charging attacks will also attract nearby opponents. Attacking certain opponents will result in the coalescing of elemental energies. Touching these coalescences will charge the Wenut Slayer cannon. Rocks in the nearby area sometimes contain such energies, but they can only be destroyed by the Wenut's attacks. Baiting the Wenut into destroying his rocks seems to be the most effective method here. I vaguely understand. Okay, let's go. Ow!
I see everything.
Oh, everyone's practically dead already. Never mind.
To ashes!
Oh, you're not dead? I thought you were dead.
Speed of light.
Lure the Wenut into the rocks. Oh, excuse me, please don't. Yeah. Thank you, though. Can you hit here, please? Thank you again. And this one over here. Can't get there fast enough. There we go. Oh, only one though. Oh, damn it. Fungi!
Grow.
Power that ended life!
You guys can come this way. Oh, come on. A centimeter to the side. Oh, it worked anyway. Yay. Excuse me. Can you just not touch that?
Sword from shadow. I see everything. Incoming.
Hello, can you please be angry in this direction? Thank you. And then back in this direction. Boom, boom. So close yet so far. Ow. Oh. Charging turret. Going. Go faster. Oh, it was going away though. But we're going to pretend like I got to it on time. That's generous of the game. Oh, it just disappeared. And we're none the wiser as to why it was out here going on a rampage. That's sad. I just killed something that probably didn't need to be killed. Do you see that, Shreya? Our Winute Slayer cannon is a game changer. That's not necessarily a good thing, though. They probably don't need to be killed. I wish all the supervisors who listen to our thesis defense could come and see this. This would cure them of their antiquated views. So it really did go off without a hitch. I thought it was going to end up like experimental device number 3. Which device number is this one? Only from our failures did we learn to succeed. I'm no longer who I used to be. How many accidents that year happened that year? Well, anyway, this experiment was a success, and that's all that matters. What do you mean that year? Didn't it get delayed by multiple years? Yeah, well, the ball is rolling. Maybe we should try it somewhere else. Eyewitness reports say that there are Winute in this area numbering in the double digits. Please no. Whoa, double digits? You're not going to pick them off one by one, are you? That would take a really long time. Huh? What's the matter? If it's the maintenance of the Winute Slayer cannon you're concerned about, you don't have to worry. Wait. It would take a long time to repeat this process over and over again. Even if the machine doesn't break down, we will. Vinayak, not everyone can be jolted back to life after just smelling machine oil. Really? Looks like wetware performance will have to be considered next time. Anyway, let's call it a day. With data from this full run and samples collected after the battle, I am one step closer to solving this puzzle. What puzzle? Why the Winute are behaving violently? Abnormal environmental parameters? You've done nothing to figure that out. If we can figure that out, we might be able to get to the bottom of this mess. Please give me one more day to do some research. By this time tomorrow, we should have the results. I still don't see you doing anything, by the way. I don't get primogems for this quest. What a waste of my time. I only want primogems. I'm not interested in your other rewards. I've got a redhead to catch.
Come on, enough procrastinating. Let's go.
And back down the hill. Ah, I got my rewards from in here. I see. I thought they would just give me the rewards on the screen because they were giving me rewards here. Must just be for the quest. And then these are for doing the challenge. Interesting that they separate them like that. We really need to get you some enclosed boots. So as far as the conclusion is concerned, honey, you got 2 more battles to go. We've made a convincing case for using the Winute Slayer cannon to get rid of the Winute, right? That's different. Don't give me that told you so look. Here we go again. What are you squabbling about this time? Ah, Ms. Adventurer, listen to me. I found out what the cause is. The frequent attack activity of the Winute underground had caused a disturbance in the elemental energy in this region. This energy, in turn, affects the behavior of the Winute, causing them to start running amok on the surface, further exacerbating the environmental imbalance. Yeah, but what technically caused the problem in the first place? The abnormality in the charging device's efficiency was also due to the disturbance of elemental energy in the environment. I knew the machine that I designed would never break down so easily. If you don't consider the surrounding environment, wouldn't that be a design problem? And since the cause is overactive Winute, is the solution to just keep fighting more Winute? That makes no sense. So, after going around in several circles, we're back to where we started. Knowing what to do and knowing why you should do it are 2 different things. As a researcher, you couldn't even grasp that, and that isn't even the end of it. Normally, nature sets limits on the ecology and behavior of populations to keep the environment stable. The chaotic elemental energy disrupts this balance, which makes the Winute extremely active. As long as we can find a way to return the elemental environment to its normal state, we can reduce Winute activity. After a while, the balance should restore itself. Redirect the flow of elemental energy, but how do we do that? Well, as long as we figure out where the strongest concentration of elemental energy is, we'll be able to direct the flow of that energy with a device. Do you have this device on you? And do you have a device that can check where the elemental energy is at its strongest? Because I can't do that. We unclog the flow of energy and nature should take care of the rest. I've already calculated the location of the node. Oh, how convenient. It's somewhere around here. As for a device that can redirect the flow of the energy, we already have one. You mean the Winute Slayer cannon? Precisely. The Winute Slayer cannon can channel the surrounding elemental energy before discharging it all in one go. Next, we just have to set up the Winute Slayer cannon and go through the same process as yesterday. There may also be monsters in Winute that will be drawn to the weapon during this time. Perhaps a small reduction in their numbers would help expedite the natural balance. So as far as the conclusion is concerned, we still have to use a Wanute Slayer cannon to shoot at the monsters, right? Ah, don't give me that. I told you so, look. If Shriya's hypotheses are correct, this will be the Wanute Slayer cannon's most critical battle. Brave adventurer, are you ready? Are you ready for this? No. People need to stop asking me that. Ow.
Committed to memory.
That's too far away.
Temple of Wisdom.
Typical.
Speed of light. Cut to the chase. Hey.
Oh, she was too far away. Ow.
Don't blink. Nowhere to hide.
Excuse me. Could you pretty please? Thank you. Over here, sir. Please don't attack that. I need you to hit this one. Ah, and not hit me in the process. Holy shit. Ouch. Oh, well, I was just about to get the other piece of energy, but okay. Hello? What the absolute fuck just happened? She was discharged mid-T. Why? That was so bizarre and rather painful. Yeah, you take that one, no damage, sir.
Cut to the chase.
Ah, fuck up.
Everyone hold hands. Make yourselves at home.
To ashes!
Speed of light.
Be cooler if it was more than one minute at a time killing me. Just saying, it would make for some more excitement, you know? Minute abnormal turbulence. Bonk, bonk. I'm going. Oh, I'm going on foot apparently. Wah! Shame that I don't get to aim it myself and like fire it. That would have been way more fun and more interactive than just going F on an object. It's really disappointing, and it still would have been cooler if you gave me multiple Anute to fight at a time rather than just one, because you're not upping the stakes. It's just same old, same old. You're not making it more dangerous for me, and that kind of sucks. That's my feedback. Sure enough, the charging unit is running more smoothly. As you said, the elemental environment in this area is returning to normal. The activity of affected Wanute will calm down after some time too. Yeah, thanks to your precious Wanute Slayer cannon, we can report back our success and go home. It's our precious Wanute Slayer cannon, Shriya. Now never forget that this assignment was a joint effort. We definitely had our share of disagreements, but without you, this cannon wouldn't have been a success. What am I, chopped liver? I think I was the most critical member of this party. What's got into you? Is this about wanting me to put in a good word for you in my report? Well, I just suddenly feel that what we went through just now is quite similar to our experience from that other year. It wasn't always smooth sailing, but we still made it in the end. And let's face it, in the end, your solution proved more efficient. I can't take all the credit, because you were onto something too. If you hadn't tested the Wanute Slayer cannon, I wouldn't have obtained the necessary data. To fix a machine, you may only need to replace one gear, but the true challenge is finding that gear. These words from my mentor are beginning to make sense to me. Yay, he learns! I'm so glad you're here, Shriya. I'm glad you're here too. Huh? The atmosphere between these two became so different all of a sudden. Paimon, just leave it. When we were cooperating on our graduation project, our relationship was rather rocky because we weren't very mature. Yeah, looking back on it, it wasn't anything too serious. Well, how about meeting at the cafe for a drink next time? We could discuss how to write the report. Are you gonna write it together? That's probably the best way to do it. Oh, that's bright. And that's it for the culling of the worms. Fulminating sandstorm. Oh wait, what? It's not even done yet. It's not even done yet. What diabolical craziness is this? What? I had no idea. I thought I could just finish it. Oh, that's just mean. I feel cheated. I thought we were done, but we're not even close to being done. Gosh darn it. That is so not the button I wanted. Nilu. God, it's been a while since I got a character, isn't it? 1, 2, 3. Oh, because we got a 4-star. No, are you still guaranteed a character in every 10 wishes? I thought you get a person every 10 wishes. Because that's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Must have gotten the weapon instead. Well, I don't want your stupid Favonius greatsword. I want a person that's useful. Like a C6 Layla. That would be useful, thank you. But I guess I won't get what I want. That was pretty cutting. I should have enough primogems for one whole wish. Oopsies, I always do that. Boom, wish, Nilu, wish, nothing. And moving on. The last bit of that event is available. It's not gonna be a quest, is it? Is it? Oh no, it's not. Part 5. Oh yeah, it is a quest. Go to quest. Navigate. Is it gonna be back in the same spot? Oopsies, this way. No, it's not. Okay, great. Then where is it? Does anybody see the quest marker? I don't even see any icons to tell me. Where are we going? I said navigate. Where? Oh, I've got to wait. Okay, that's why I can't find any bloody locations in the desert to go to. I mean, come on. I'm pretty sure it's been a day in game. Oh well. Now will you tell me where to go? Yeah, now I've got a quest location. Slightly... Weren't we up here last time? Oh well, I'm going. Vinayak, I hath returned. Oh, this is where we first started. Okay, why are you looking over here pensively again? I don't understand. She was the one who mentioned the idea of going to the cafe to write the report. Where's Tria? I don't want to talk about it. She's off to work on the report by herself. Did you guys argue again? We were supposed to meet at the cafe yesterday, but it took her a long time to show up. She didn't even bring pen and paper for a report. I criticised her for wasting time when we should be working on the report, and then she flew into a rage. She said she'd write the report herself and made me leave. This is ridiculous, don't you think? Still, I'm used to her fiery temper. She'll simmer down in a couple of days. Okay, what we have here is a case of miscommunication. Or poor communication, rather. This guy is just trying to buckle down and do his job so that he can go home, pretty much. She, however, is clearly reading more into the situation and seems to like Vinayak, but isn't really conveying that to him, so he's just like, hey, let's go write a report. But she's here like, oh, I thought it was a date. Lady, if that's what you wanted to be, you need to communicate with this guy, otherwise he's not going to get it. Which isn't a failing on his part, it's a failing on her part. Finally controlling her emotions was as simple as flipping a switch. Good luck to you. Huh? Even you're acting strange. Oh well, never mind. There are still a few affected Wanut around here, though I'm sure the situation will resolve itself if I just leave it alone. But if you have time, please help prevent them from threatening passers-by. By the way, the elemental environment and the charging device are now back to normal. There's never been a better time to experience the Wanut Slayer cannon at full power. Okay, so after all that, we still have to do it again. Multiple Wanut in Berserk states, thank you, finally. I'm here going, we need multiple Wanut, and you only give it to me in the final stage. I think it's a bit late in the game. will appear one after the other, but the charging device now at full operating capacity also stands ready. Defeat as many of the Wanute using the Wanute's layer cannon as possible. Oh, okay. So I don't have to gather energy? So is that what you're telling me? Oh no, I still have to gather energy. Okay. Okay. Did they all just like die?
Hey! Hey!
Damn it.
Nowhere to hide.
Excuse me. Just dodging that. Oi! Back off, bro.
Speed of light. Roll. Incoming. Hey!
Just take the damage. Ah! I mean, isn't even ready? Oh yeah, it is. Okay, it's you. We're going to this one next. Hello? Yes, we are. Okay. I was going in the correct direction. It's good to know. Ah. That's what we're going to do then. Oh, it's a line. Ah! That's interesting. Ooh! And we got those ones as well. If you could pretty please give me this and then I'll go collect the other ones. Although I'm not going to need them by the looks of it. Yeah. Dodge the minute attacks and wait for ignition. I'm a dodging. I mean, it's not hard to dodge, but I'm a dodging. Okay, which one's next? Oh, it's dead. Never mind. I thought there'd be a third stage. Oh, that Wanute is dead. I see. The challenge is complete. Back off.
Speed of light. With sword comes shadow. Incoming. The Temple of Wisdom.
To ashes!
Don't blink. Cut to the chase. Incoming.
Sucker. Oh, get it before it hits me, please. Thank you. Well, I don't think I could get it hit at that range, fortunately. And that should be it, in theory. Yes. See? That's what some of the previous levels should have been like that, instead of all just single target. That I'm saying that was pretty bloody easy. I wish it had been a bit harder. No. Okay, I'm done, sir. I've done all that you need me to. Okay, we're done. There are no further scrolls. You are done. Let me just grab the reward here. Completion and summation. Ooh, 2 levels. I like 2 levels. Oh, we get a wish. I remember this. Yes. And nowhere near enough Primogems for another one, I suppose. Oh, 5 short. That's just mean. Alrighty, that is the end of that event quest. What's the timeline on that one? 5 days. Okay, so maybe we'll get something more interesting happening in 6 days' time. I don't know when the next stage of the Academia questline will occur. Not the next stage. The next stage of the events. The promenade of whatever we're in. What are we in? That's mail. I don't want mail. I want notices. Promenade of Parade of Providence? Is that what we're in? Oh, event. Oh, there it is. Sorry, a Parade of Providence. That's the one. When do we get the next event? Coming soon. I guess it must come with Baiju's character, maybe? Which is when? 7 days. Okay. So maybe it's going to be
you always have to seize
8
the
days.
opportunity while it's there.
And then we'll get the next event quest. But it's okay. I have done what I set out to do.